Hi everybody. So here we are looking at the Ferengi Padd. This was made for DS9. I actually myself built this one for the show. When I first got the drawing from Rick Sternbach, I was like, oh, okay. Well, where are we going to put all the lights? And so, oh, there's no lights. Oh, okay. Well, what about any special things? No, just make it so that we can put a graphic in the center and have a lot of buttons for them to push. But other than that, it's not going to be one of those, flashy things. And I said, oh, okay. Well, do you think that there's a chance that we're going to put lights in it eventually or anything? And he says, oh, no, there's no plans to put lights in this one, unlike the tricorder, which has some lights in it. Realistically, this is really, as I keep saying, I hope you enjoyed this as a short video, but this is going to be a short video because it's not that much to tell, but I'll go into as much as I can at the moment. So the construction of this is actually a styrene sheet plastic. This was all cut out of sheet styrene. This is a plane, that's a plane, the sides, everything was sheet plastic. And glued together. Now, at this point is when I was asking the questions, are we putting any lights in this and so on? And since the answer was no, I said, oh, okay, well then I'm going to, I got to fill this up with something so I can mold it. So what I actually ended up doing was just simply taking some of our resin that we normally cast things out of and actually poured it into here. This is because this was nothing but a big open cavity. And I filled it up, and it filled up all the way down here, all the way up to, up to a certain point, and then I had to let that set and then tilt it over so that this was flat. And then I poured more resin into it to fill it in. Instead of making a backing plate, which, honestly, yes, I could have done that. But I was working on this, and I believe the actual tricorder at the same time. I'm not positive on that at this moment. As well as about 3 or 4 other things for DS9. I was being a little lazy because it was easy to pour it in. It's self-leveling. So it was just easier to pour the resin in and let it level out and let it solidify, and then just come in, and if there were any air bubbles from the resin, I could put a little bit of putty in them, clean up, sand it down, and call it done. The original first versions that we did of this actually had none of this surface detail put onto them when we cast them. It was actually just a clean slate like the back of this. We ended up cutting all these plates and all these details out individually and gluing them on individually because we hated cleaning things up. Meaning, when you cast stuff like this, sometimes you catch bubbles, sometimes you do, it just, when you're in a hurry, you end up doing things a certain way. So later on during DS9, I went through and put all the detail panels on it, and we made new molds, which was a 2-piece mold, so we could actually just cast it as a solid piece with all the detail. Now, this piece here, this detail, was an add-on, but it was a casting. It was a resin casting that we ended up doing to glue on there instead of fabricating it out of styrene every single time. There you go. That's the whole story. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and tell your friends to take a look at these videos. Thank you.